Hi everybody, it's Mark Mazzatenta. I'm here to help strengthen your guitar skills, and today we're going to take a look at a saxophone solo from Michael Brecker. And this is a good project for everyone to do, and that is to try to play along with instruments that are different from yours. So maybe if you're a guitarist, you're going to try to play a saxophone solo or a piano solo, because they'll be making moves and shapes that we don't normally maybe make on the fretboard. So that's a great project. You're going to hear a little excerpt of this Michael Brecker solo from a song called Suspone. And it's based on what's called rhythm changes. This is a chord progression, probably one of the most played chord progressions, at least in the jazz world. And you're about to see it here. This is what it looks like. It's an AABA format, usually in the key of B flat. So I'll just play it so you can hear it. This is the basic format. Okay, I could make a series of videos about all the different variations of this chord progression. But the basic progression is this. There you go. So that's what you're about to hear. And usually when you're going to try to improvise over some chord changes, what you want to do first is maybe be able to play the arpeggios of each chord. Maybe something like... That would be the first A section. And then maybe you might fancy that up a little bit by playing some scalar things. Maybe something like that to just disguise those arpeggios. But what Michael Brecker does, talk about disguising the changes. When I looked at the notes that he was playing over these chords, it was like, wait a minute, those are not fitting the chords that are happening at the time. It's like, how is he making this work? He's like superimposing triads over what we normal musicians would be just playing the chord tones of the chord that's going on at the time, but he's definitely not. So what I'm going to do is I'll play this little excerpt along with the recording, and then I'll just give a few of my comments about, just analyze what he's doing a little bit. All right, let's take a listen. Okay, what a great solo. That's just part of it. So what I noticed when I went in and looked at the notes against the chords is that he was playing triads sometimes that were not the same as the chord. that was going on. So for instance, sometimes it was. So here's over a B flat, he plays, which those are the chord tones. But for instance, okay, that could be thought of as a G sharp minor triad, and he's playing it over a C minor. Okay, and then when a G minor chord came around, it's kind of like the upper extensions of a G minor chord. Or you could just say it's approaching B flat just a little early. Okay, now that's a B major triad. We're in the key of B flat, and somehow he's making a B triad work. That's happening over a G7. Here's another lick. That's over a B flat chord. He's playing a B major. What else? Over a G7 in the B section, he's playing, once again, that's a B major triad over a G. And then he goes to the C7 chord. That outlines it pretty well. He's got like the sharp 9 and the flat 9 in there. And then over the F chord, we're still in the B section. That's an A. And that's happening over the F7. So you can hear how he has these dissonant triads like superimposed over other things. And at the end of that, where I finish the solo, he arrives on a B flat chord. But in that A section, he plays an A triad over the C minor chord, and then a B triad over the F7. So you get some really killer sounds in there, and Michael Brecker is the master of that. So I hope you picked up a few tips, maybe how to play outside the changes a little bit, and do a project where you have to play another instrument solo, and I think you'll learn a lot of new things. See you at the next video, everybody. Thanks for watching.